So a few years back, I'm still living at home. My mom comes in, turns on the most boring channel in the world, BYU TV. It's mostly choir concerts, interviews with the dean, and reruns of Little House on the Prairie. The program that my mom was watching got really interesting. So this documentary was called Small Fortunes, Microcredit, and the Future of Poverty. This documentary introduced me to the world of microfinance. More details about it in the doobly-doo. I remember two stories specifically that really changed my view on how business can change people's lives. Not just anybody's lives, people in severe poverty that have nothing and are literally begging. One of the profiles that really caught my interest was of this African woman. She's living in a hut, she's having to feed kids, she's kind of desperate, and I kind of feel bad for her. So this microlender approaches her and says, "Hey, I'll give you $60. You just have to pay me back with interest, and make sure you use the $60 for income generating activity. You can't just use the money to buy food or you won't be able to pay me back. Savvy?" So she's like, "Okay, I'll go buy a cow." She buys the cow, she starts selling milk, she pays back the loan, she's like, "This was great, I'm gonna buy some chickens now." So she gets another loan, buys some chickens. Pretty soon, she's selling milk, selling eggs, feeding her family. Life's turned around. And I was like, wait, what just happened in the last 3 minutes of this program? There's this other lady they profile. Now she's an abused Indian woman, basically begging on the streets for pennies a day. This microlender gives her $85. Same deal. "Hey, you pay me back with interest, I'll give you this $85. She's like, "Okay." So she goes and she buys toys and little trinkets and stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing? That doesn't make sense. And she starts giving out the toys and trinkets and stuff to little kids on the street. And I'm like, what are you doing? This doesn't make sense. But she's only giving the toys and trinkets and stuff to the kids on the street if they bring back hair from their mother's brushes. So these kids are running around the streets, getting hair, bringing it back to this lady, and she's putting hair in a bag. And I'm like, what are you doing? This doesn't make sense. Then it clicks. She takes the hair to a pharmaceutical company, which buys the hair from her because they take the oil out of the hair and put it into drugs, which, sold all over the States and stuff. In fact, I later found out that she started employing up to 70 other women to do this in nearby communities. So she's got 70 women running around, buying toys and trinkets and stuff, giving them to kids. The kids are bringing them hair, and they're all giving it to her, and she's taking it to the pharmaceutical company and paying everybody. She actually becomes really wealthy and really respected. And from $85, Muhammad Yunus is widely considered the father of microfinance, and he says it takes a dollar to catch a dollar, meaning it's a lot easier to become rich if you've already got a little money to work with, a little capital. So his philosophy is, if you give even the poorest people a little money, they're capable of turning their lives around. And microfinance is just the tip of the iceberg, these small loans to the base of the pyramid. There's so much more out there, which I'll have to save for other videos. But for those that want to learn a little more, I'll put some links down there so you can get a head start. So make sure you subscribe, more videos will come. Oh yeah, and thanks a lot for watching. I hope this interests you. Cheers.